let's go to page 225 and let's do 309. Here's a 309. It says a cube is inside a sphere. Find the ratio of the surface area of the sphere to the surface area of the cube. Okay, so for the cube, the surface area will be 6x squared. Okay, so each side, so that is each side equal to x, and the diameter, so the diagonal of the cube is equal to square root of 3x. Okay, which is also equal to the diameter of the circle is equal to diagonal of the cube, which is equal to that. So therefore the radius equal to square root of 3 over 2x for the sphere. Okay. So once we figure out the radius, then we can figure out the surface area. So for the sphere would be 4 pi r squared. That's the formula. Okay, so this will equal to 4 pi square root of 3 over 2x, square root of 3 over 2x. Okay, and so this will cancel out, and so this will equal to 3 pi x squared and okay. So the ratio, so you're looking for the ratio of the sphere. So ratio will equal to the sphere over the cube. Okay, so this cancel out and this cancel out. So the ratio will equal to pi over 2. Okay, let's go to 310. Okay, so you have a rectangular room. And h is the height. And the area of the two adjacent walls are A and B. So area is A and B. Okay. And I'm going to call this X and I'm going to call this Y. So you're looking for the area of the floor. Okay. Well, to find the area of the floor, you need to know the length and width. Means you need to know the X and the Y. But let's look at the wall. Okay. So the area of the wall A is equal to base times height, and area of the B is equal to the base times height. So you can solve for X. So X equal to A over H, and Y equal to B over H. So now we have the X and the Y, we can figure out the area of the floor. So area of the floor is the base, is the X times Y. So area of the floor would be A over H times B over H. So the area would be equal to AB over H squared. Okay, and that's it. Okay, let's go to 311. Okay, so you have a box that's 6 by 3 by 12. So 6 by 3 by 12. And so therefore the volume of that is equal to 6 times 3 times 12. Okay. And then you're going to dump that onto a big lake, and it's going to spread out into it's going to spread out into like this, a very thin film. Okay. And that volume will equal to pi r squared, and the thickness is 0.1. Okay, so pi r squared h is 0.1. So from here you can go and solve for r. So r squared will equal to 6 times 3 times 12 over pi 0.1 pi. So when you divide by 0.1, same thing as times by 10. So r squared will equal to 10 times 6 times 3 times 12 over pi. Right? Now to simplify this without using the, well, calculus is not going to help it because it's going to have radicals, right? So r equal to the square root of, okay, and I'm going to break this down into 2 and 5, break this down to 2 and 3, and you have the 3 over here, and the 12, I'm going to break into 2, 2, and 3. Okay, so r equal to, so this one and this one can come out. Okay, so this one and this one take out, 3 and 3 can come out, and 2 and 2 can come out, and the left over will be square root of 15. So r equal to, and you can simplify by multiply by square root of pi over square root of pi. So you're going to end up with 12 square root of 15 pi over pi. Okay, and that's it. Okay, let's go to 312. Okay, the 312 is, the wording is kind of very confusing. Basically, what you're asking is that you start out with a cylinder and you want to, so you have a cylinder over here. Okay, and with the radius is 8 and the height is 3. So you start with 2 identical cylinders. Okay, and now you're gonna add to either the radius or the height so they have the same volume. Okay, so you can add to this, add to the radius or add to the height, that so that we have the same volume. So that's what it's saying. Okay, so in this case, you just go and figure out the volume, right? So volume of this would be pi r squared times h will equal to pi r squared times h. Okay, and you just go and work it out. So this, you're going to get 3 pi times x squared plus 16x plus 64 equal to 64 pi times x plus 3. Okay, so go and get rid of the pi, and let's go and multiply out. So you got 3x squared plus 48x plus 192 equal to 64x plus 192. So 192 kind of cancel out, and I'm going to move this over, so minus 48x. So you got 3x squared is equal to 16x. Again, we know that x cannot go to 0, so we can subtract to divide by x. So you got 3x equal to 16 divided by 3, divided by 3. So x equal to 16 over 3. So if you increase the radius by 16 over 3 or increase the height by 16 over 3, you get the same volume. Okay, let's go to 313. Okay, 313, a paper cone, when it's cut along the slant height, cut over here, and you open, you end up with this. And what is the altitude? Okay, so radius is 10. So that means this is 10. Okay. So this point is this point right over here. Okay. Okay, so here's the H, and here's the R. Okay, so by equating the two, okay, so this over here, this is half the circumference, so that's going to call it S. So S will equal to 2 pi R times 1/2, because only half of a circle. So this cancel out, so S will equal to 10 pi. Okay, so the 10 pi is this right over here, so that is the circle right over here. So that means 2 pi R equal to 10 pi. So divide by 2 pi, divide by 2 pi, so R equal to 5. So once you see R equal to 5 and the slant height is 10, so this is half of that, so this is a 30-60 spatial triangle. So H would be the long leg, would be 5 square root of 3. Okay, let's go to 314. Okay, so 314, you have the cube. And you're connecting the vertices to form a tetrahedron. Okay, so if you just put one, so if you just look at one of the face, it looks like this. But again, you deal with ratio and the no number is given, so you can put in any number. So I'm just call this equal to 1. Okay. And so if you look at this right over here, so if this is 1, this is 1, this would be square root of 2. Same thing, right? 1, 1. So this would be square root of 2. 1, 1, square root of 2. So every edge is square root of 2. Okay, so now we can figure out the cube. The surface of the cube is easy. Would be equal to 1 times 1 and times 6 faces. So equal to 6. Now the surface area of the tetrahedron, okay, will equal to, okay, so this would be square root of 2 over 2 times by square root of 3, so square root of 6 over 2. So area will be 1/2 base times the height, and there are 4 of them, so you have to times it by 4. Okay, so this and this will cancel out. So tetrahedron will equal to 2 square root of 3. Okay, so the ratio will equal to 6 over 2 square root of 3, and you cancel. So 3 over square root of 3 equal to square root of 3. And that's it. Okay, let's go to 315. Okay, so you have a cube again. And let's label this A, B, C, D, and label this E, F, G, H. So here's your midpoint, here's your X. Okay. And it's a unit circle, so unit cube, so it'd be 1, 1, 1 on each side, right? So that means this would be 1/2. Okay. And I'm going to call this M. Okay, so this would be 1/2, and this would be 1. Okay, so first let's go and figure out the FM. That is this right over here. So FM square, I'm going to keep it as a square, so it'd be equal to 1 square plus 1/2 square. So FM square will equal to 5 over 4. Okay, and then to figure out the Fx, so Fx square equal to the 1/2 square plus the FM square, which would be the 5 over 4. Okay, so it can equal to Pythagorean theorem, right? This is your XM square. This is your FM square. Okay, so Fx square will equal to, so you're going to get 1 over 4 plus 5 over 4. So Fx square equal to 6 over 4 and you take the square root, so f of x equal to square root of 6 over 2. And that's it.